The YTPC, Joshua Stewart, smoking a pipe up north in the woods. Once again, we're in the shop down south and not in the woods. Though I was hoping to make it up there yesterday, but just the way things were going, I ended up not doing it, and then been fighting nasty headaches all weekend. Try to get something done, which is the main reason I stayed home and not go up north, is to try to get some things done around here. And I got done about 10% of what I wanted to, just because every time I move around it would just hurt. Now, I don't want to call it a migraine because I've had migraines, and I would have got 0% done if I had a migraine. Thankfully, I've not had one of those totally shut me down migraines in probably 15 years. But anyway, today I got my non-aromatic dedicated cob, and for the first time I am trying some Peterson Sherlock Holmes. I've never had this before. I was able to get a tin for a pretty good price a few weeks ago. For some reason I was thinking it was going to be an aromatic, but reading the description on the back, it looks like it's pretty much a Virginia tobacco. Before I recorded the video, I put about a half or maybe 3/4 of a bowl in here just to try it. Kind of develop some initial thoughts, which aren't very detailed, but it was good enough thoughts that I figured I'd do another 3/4 bowl. So like I say, I don't know why. Maybe it was just like the candy purple label for whatever reason that I thought it was an aromatic that maybe had like a plum or fruit topping. Maybe it does, but it doesn't say. But I was just going to comment that it stays lit pretty well too, and then it goes out. Burns a little bit hot. You got to be careful not to puff it too fast, otherwise it will burn, which some of the straight Virginias do. But if it is a straight Virginia, it'll be interesting to see what this tastes like with a little age on it. Now with it burning hot, the bowl is actually a little bit warm and tough to, I mean, hot enough that it's hard to hang on to. Maybe I'm just about out here. Maybe that's not why it's not staying lit. Well, I'll just leave it be for just a minute. I'm back to my headaches. Say, if I take enough ibuprofen, I can stay on top of these, but I got to take quite a bit, more than I like to. But an interesting thing is, about a year ago, January, did the annual checkup for the first time in about 10 or 15 years, and The doc, he says, well, you got high blood pressure. Okay, well, you know, I don't want to take pills to fix it, so how do I fix these? Oh, you got to go on pills. So he gave me a prescription, and after 3-4 months, I realized I wasn't getting the headaches quite as often. And I would have the bad headaches where I would have to take a high dose of ibuprofen for a couple of days until it went away. And that wasn't happening anymore. I mean, I would still get an occasional headache, but take 1 or 2 ibuprofen and it's gone. Or aspirin or whatever, Tylenol, whatever pain reliever was handy. Now, if you've watched me very much at all yet, you know I'm a bit of a procrastinator. I didn't get back to my annual checkup and my prescription expired. So I think that, and the prescription expired, I don't remember when it was. I got a 30-day extra supply, which expired or ran out, I think, in the end of February or something like that. So I've been like a month and a half, 2 months not taking that medication, and I have noticed the headaches are coming back the way they were. So of course the wife, you better get in, visit the doctor again, and get that prescription renewed. Yeah, she's probably right, but don't like to go to the doctor, but I know I have to. So we'll get an appointment made here sometime and get in and probably resort to having a prescription again for the next year. Puffing on the pipe, and it's not even lit. Though it is cooling down enough, I can probably get the rest of that bowl finished off. That's the advantage of having it about 2/3 smoked through before you start the video, is I'm probably going to be a little less likely to ramble on into a 20-minute plus video. Hopefully. But otherwise, yeah, been a busy weekend. I mean, so yesterday I didn't get done hardly anything that I wanted to, but it's probably just as well, because if I would have went up north, I would have been totally miserable. So the plan was to go up there and get the camper and bring it back here, get it ready. But I mean, there's really not a whole lot to get ready on it, because the plumbing doesn't work anyway, so we don't really need to really unwinterize it, so to speak. It's just hopefully it didn't get infested with mice during the winter. So the new plan is I'm going to be taking the camper down to the swap meet. I was originally planning on taking off work at noon on Wednesday and leaving from here mid-afternoon on Wednesday. It's about a 4 or 5 hour drive to get down to where the swap meet is at, down near Missouri, Minnesota. So my revised plan is I'm just going to take off the whole day work on Wednesday and then drive up to pick up the camper. And where the camper is parked at up north is probably closer to the 5 hours from my final destination. So I'll save an hour or two of road time total by doing that all in one trip, but then it's going to be 6, 7, 8 hours of road time all in one day, which won't be fun, but hopefully I'll be driving on rural, well, there'll be state and federal highways, but 2-lane roads. I mean, well, I guess I'll be using my Suburban, so that can probably pull it at freeway speeds halfway decent. But our little camper, we pulled it with our Ford Explorer last year after we first got it. Drove it on some of the freeways. We drove it in South, or took it down in South Dakota, which South Dakota has 80-mile-an-hour speed limit on the freeway. And the Explorer actually had enough power to pull the camper at the 75, 80 miles an hour. But I could tell it was hard on it. It didn't like it. And we're going to be doing another trip out to the Black Hills this summer sometime, taking the camper with. So I've just resigned myself. I'm going to drive 65, 68 on the freeway, even though it's a speed limit 80. We'll just take our time getting out there. So anyway, I'm recording this. What time are we? Well, we're well after midnight. Sunday night, the 21st. Put in a full day of work tomorrow. Then Tuesday I'll put in almost a full day. I'll have to take off early because the kids got a track meet. My son, he's a senior, so it's his last year, so try to make it to as many of his things as possible, which when work is getting busy and all this other stuff going on is hard to do. Especially when some of the track meets are an hour or two away. Our daughter, she's on the varsity team as well. Apparently, she's doing pretty good. She's actually ranked for the section or region or whatever you want to call it. So we're pretty excited for her. But we're rambling a little bit again. Hoping to keep this closer to 10 minutes, but the pipe isn't quite run out yet. So initial thoughts on this Sherlock Holmes is I'm finding that I'm liking some of the Virginia heavy blends, straight Virginias, and some of the vapors and Virginia burleys. Or the Virginia dark fired, like the Three Nuns. So this is one of them that I kind of like. And say this tin was from July of 23. It was tinned. So it'll be, it's got, what's that make it, 9 months of age on it, 8 months, something like that. So I guess we'll make that the question of the day. Now that it looks like it's pretty well out here. So the question of the day, has anybody ever had the Peterson Sherlock Holmes with 2, 3, 5 years of age on it? Does it improve with age? Is it going to be worth it to sell her deep? To try it again in 2, 3, 5 years? Yep, we're out. So, yeah, if it's going to improve significantly in a couple of years, I might like it. There, like I say, right now it does burn just a little bit hot. It does bite just a little bit. Not bad. So it'll be interesting. Anyway, oh yeah, we're gonna be close to the 20 minutes again. Should learn how to edit and get it down to about 10 minutes like I like, because a lot of what I said isn't adding anything to the quality of the video. But well, yeah, short sleeves today. I think this is only the second time all year that I've been able to be outside in short sleeves. So spring is coming, the grass is getting green, and probably in another week we're going to need to mow around here. So I won't have time to get the mowers tuned up for the spring here. Probably not until next week sometime. Hopefully it's not too tall by then. But then the bugs are going to come. Not looking forward to that, but it's what we live with. So anyway, good time to call it quits. Joshua Stewart, smoking a pipe up north in the woods. Have a good day.